All right, how is this for a big fish story? A woman from Lake Jackson is a world record holder for a catch.
Oh, yes, international angler Lea Anne Powell is live. Hey, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
We're doing great. I mean, not as good as you, though. We saw that, that catch right there. And you actually caught a bass earlier this year, but it took a while to get it certified. So tell us where you were and how big this was.
So I was at OHIV, and the fish was actually 12 pounds, 3 ounces. So she was quite large.
And that is just incredible. Now, where is that lake for people who aren't familiar with that?
I believe it's close to the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Okay, so you left the Lake Jackson area to go somewhere else, and they had the biggest fish there.
So what was the record before this one?
I think I beat it by just 3 pounds. So it was roughly 9 pounds something.
Wow, that's the big difference. Wow, you gotta be feeling really proud. Okay, so you gotta tell us, what type of bait did you use? I grew up fishing since I was 2, so I can't wait to hear what you had to say.
So we actually used, I was with a friend, and we had 10-pound line on, actually, and we used a Demiki rig, which is a little teeny tiny setup with a fluke, and the fluke, the tail was dipped in chartreuse dye, which had a garlic scent to it, but just a little teeny tiny bait. These big fish, when it's cold outside, they tend to be a little bit more lethargic, so smaller presentation did the trick.
Wow.
All right, well, I want to know, was it hard to reel them in? Like, how long did that take? Did you have to use the triceps, the biceps, the deltoids? How was that?
Yeah. I was like, the fish is that way, right? Yeah, I mean, it was about a 10-minute fight. She was testing me for sure. She was 45 foot from the boat, 15 foot down with trees, and on 10-pound line, I was literally like so nervous, because every time she'd get close to the boat, she'd start taking off again, and every time she'd take off, I'd have to loosen and tighten the drag. So it was a finesse situation for about 10 minutes.
Well, it sounds like you had it down pat, because you were able to pull it off. So what got you interested in fishing in the first place? How long have you been doing it?
So I actually got into fishing when my mom passed away. I found a lot of peace and excitement in fishing, and being a race car driver previously, I actually had a big draw to, competition and stuff. So I started doing tournaments and everything, and it stuck with me. So.
Well, I'm the opposite of Melissa. I never fish, so highly unlikely that I will catch a record breaker. But do you have any tips for somebody like me?
Just keep the line in the water. Anytime that you're able to get out and fish, you never know if there's a chance to catch a big, record or not.
Well, what does it feel like to be that record holder? That's a big deal, and probably not likely to be beat anytime soon.
Hopefully not, because I was on pins and needles for so long waiting for this record. But it is actually a 12-pound line class record for the world for largemouth bass. Wow. And I mean, just knowing that I have it it's been huge. I honestly didn't know that it was even an option to have a record. A friend of mine told me about it. They're like, oh, that sounds like a pretty wild catch. You should actually see about registering it with IGFA, and I finally did, and they approved it, and I'm like,
incredible. Wow. Well, we're so happy for you. I know your mom is watching you and looking down on you, and just so proud of what you're doing with your life and working through your pain through something fun. Thank you for sharing this beautiful journey with us.
Thank you, and congrats.
Thank you so much.
All right.